Check in with yourself. How are you feeling? How does your body feel? How do your thoughts feel? Is your mind racing? Because a lot of the times when I watch content these days, my nervous system gets a little bit overstimulated. And I want to say that this video, it's not going to be that. So if you're looking for a dopamine pacifier, this is not the video for you. If you're looking for something more real and raw and genuine, this video is for you. My goal with this video is to have zero cuts. We might end up sneaking in one or two. We'll see though. I don't even know why I'm saying that. I'm kind of just like manifesting like having to cut. But anyway, this video, it's just you and me and this concept and the music. The music, I'm listening to the music right now, by the way. It's not edited it in, so we're in this together. And the concept of agency. Now, the concept of agency in itself, it's not the main concept that I want to communicate in this video. But if you don't know what agency is, I'm not talking about like a marketing agency. I'm talking about like a trait in people. Like people have agency. And what it means is just your ability to basically just grab reality by the horns and shape it. Now, or, if you don't want to think about it in that extreme, that sounds a little bit extreme. It sounds a little bit Sigma. I'm actually a little bit scared. Not scared, that's the wrong word. I'm aware that I'm coming across as a little bit Sigma right now, a little bit guru-y. And that's not what I want to be at all. Like, that's not who I am. And in the past, when I've put out content, like, that's kind of a label that the world will assign me. So, but anyway, that's part of the reason why I'm uploading this on a separate channel, because, yeah, this like is directly what self-improvement is, but I don't want to be the self-improvement guy, right? I don't want my identity to be around that. I don't think self-improvement is like a very valid identity for people to have, because ideally self-improvement is something that you grow out of and then you don't need it anymore. And yeah, I mean, the entire point of it is to like grow out of it. Anyway, back to this concept, but I just think this is super interesting, so I have to share it. So agency is, I'll use the word impact, right? It's your ability to have impact, but not in the cliche kind of political sense, like changing the world, but your ability to have impact in a given situation, right? In your life, your ability to change something, your ability to achieve your goals, your ability to, a small example could be if you're at a restaurant and you don't like where the waiter seated you, then you can ask to move to another table. That's an example of agency on a very micro scale. And what I've been doing, because I would consider myself a person of medium to high agency, but I think I can be a lot higher. And to reach my goals, I realized that I have to increase my agency levels quite a bit, like to the max. And so what I've been doing is and this is again not the meat of this video, this is just context. I've been asking myself the question, what would I do right now in this second if I had 10 times the agency that I have? And then you can just do that, right? That's the bit. Like if you just pretend to have more agency, then you have more agency. However, I look back at the past few weeks of my life and that hasn't really been the case, right? Like even though I've been asking myself the question, I just haven't exhibited the amount of agency that I want to exhibit. And then I came across this concept and it all became super clear to me. And these are the agency triangles. Okay, so there's a high agency triangle and a low agency triangle. And what these are, I'm going to open Microsoft Paint, is just ways of thinking, consciously or subconsciously, that make you be high agency or low agency. So these are two extremes. So the one on the left will make the low agency triangle, and the one on the right will make the high. And for me, basically, when I reveal to you guys, they're basically like, the reason they're triangles is because there's three kind of points, three like mindsets, if you want to call it, on each triangle. And I found myself thinking in the low agency triangle categories. Even though I consciously know not to think like that, these things were holding me back from acting with high agency. And I'm really excited to share this with you guys because it has fixed me. It really has fixed me. Not that I was like broken before. I don't like really that framing, but let's just say me uploading this video is just acting with a lot of agency. So the first point on the low agency triangle is I don't know what to do. And this one, it didn't really apply to me. Like, I do know what to do. But if you don't know what to do, that will cause low agency behavior. Second point is I'm afraid of what people will think. And the third is I'm afraid the action will go wrong. And what I realized when I was exhibiting low agency behavior is that these two assumptions, I'll call them assumptions because that, like, okay, they're not assumptions, but I just use that word because they're kind of like below my conscious thinking. Because I know that I consciously, like, I'm not afraid of what people think, and I'm not afraid the action will go wrong, because I know that to reach my goal, there needs to do great things in general, there needs to be a ton of experimentation, a ton of failure, right? Like, everybody knows that. But when I realized that these fears, they're both fears, they were actually holding me back, then I was able to step back and tell myself, okay, no, like, I don't actually think that. I'm not actually afraid of what people will think. These are just kind of artifacts of my old self getting in the way. And I know that, you know, to evolve, I need to shed that skin. And so me getting past this consciously is shedding that old skin. Now the high and thinking and shedding that skin, you'll see now with the high agency triangle, this is what that looks like. So this is kind of the inverse of the low agency triangle. First point of the high agency triangle is, I'll move this text box so we can see, is I can figure it out. So that's the counter if you're, that's the counter if you're struggling with, I don't know what to do. You believe that you can figure it out. Second point is, oh no, we lost, we lost the point on this triangle. Okay, let's put that back. It's, I'm afraid the action will go wrong. I'm afraid the action will go wrong. Okay. So the counter to I don't know what to do is I can figure it out. And then the inverse of I'm afraid of what people will think is, in this one, this is probably, I think, the most insightful point of all this, that something really, like, my brain had a chemical reaction when I saw this, is that I'm willing to be misunderstood. I'll say that again. I'm willing to be misunderstood. How beautiful is that? And the beauty of this is that when you, like, see it written out like this is why, like, a lot of this goes on under the surface. But, like, of course I'm willing to be misunderstood, because how could you not be misunderstood? You're gonna be misunderstood if you're putting yourself out there, and if you're acting with high agency, you are going to be misunderstood. So there's just no other way. And yeah, it just has to happen. And of course I'm willing to be misunderstood. And then the inverse of I'm afraid the action will go wrong is I can fix it if it breaks. I can fix it if it breaks. And yeah, so for me, just being conscious of these triangles, it really, like, exposed a lot of what was going on in my psyche. And I really found that if you replace what's going on in the low agency triangle with what's going on in the high agency triangle, then you can just act with higher agency. And yeah, you know, maybe you're not looking to act with higher agency, and that's fine, but I am personally, and this really helped me. Let me know if you like this video in this style, just kind of me talking about, like, what I'm learning, because this, I mean, let's be real, like, it's self-improvement. It's self-improvement, man. I'm doing it. This is a self-improvement video. It has such a stigma. Anyway, this is why I'm posting it on this channel, is because if you like this, leave a comment, leave a like, and I might just upload one of these every day. I think that'd be really cool. Every night. And if we can form some sort of community of people who, like, you know, resonate with these concepts, and maybe, like, you apply it to your own life, and we can talk in the comments about how it's helping us, I think that'd be cool. That'd be cool. But it's not all going to be self-improvement. I don't know. But this is kind of like my experiment channel. Actually, I say that all my channels are experiment channels.